So we're here with Adam Coupland, and he's going to go for his what's in the bag.
Guys. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Happy days.
Obviously up at Fingle Glen today.
Fingle Glen Day.
Fingle
Looking
Glen
forward to
Day.
it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Weather's a bit wet outside, so we're having a warm up inside. Yeah, we thought we'd go over my bag, which isn't very good. I'll start with a big boy.
L driver.
L driver, it's a little old Cobra. Basically, I'm not very good with the driver, so I didn't use one. So I just got a cheap one, never used it. Turns out, after not playing for 2 years, I can hit a driver all right.
What's your current handicap?
About 18.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. I think I could probably, if I play consistently this year, I reckon I'd get down to about 13.
Nice.
I just don't play enough.
We need to be careful then, Jay, because he's going to make us look stupid, isn't he?
Everyone makes us look stupid.
True.
No, so I won't make you look stupid. I'm terrible. I've got a little Freewood. This is an old one. I've only just put it back in the bag. As you can see, it's been in a wet shed for a while.
That's all right.
Basically, I snapped 2 Freewoods in the last 18 months, and that was the only one I had left. So that one's in there.
It's got a bit of power then, Jay.
Got a bit of power, yeah.
I've got a Titleist Hybrid. It's a 909H. It's just old reliable, really. Does all right.
What flex are you running?
This is a standard regular. However, I do like a stiff. So I have a mix of stiff and regular, sort of based on the club.
Yeah.
It'll make sense in a second.
Fair enough.
This is my favourite club. It's a little Wilson D9.
Just hold down still a minute, mate.
4-iron.
It's a nice little tool.
It's because it's got a nice wide sole. I use it like a utility iron, so I like it off the tee. Don't really use it off the deck much, but we're getting there. Again, regular flex shaft. I prefer my longer irons to have a regular flex to help me with the swing speed, but my normal irons are all on stiff. It's just, I don't know why. It's just the way it's worked
That's
out.
what works for you, isn't it?
I've got a mixed set of irons. So 5, 7, 8, and 9 are all Cobra S2s. I really like the Cobra stuff. I think it's for a big brand. I think the way they price stuff is great. Even now, the way they do it, it's just, the stuff's quality and it's so much cheaper than anything else. So I've always ran Cobra. The 6-iron, however, is an S9. So
how come you got a different 6-iron then?
Yeah. So the first time I've ever hit a good shot with a 6-iron, I was stood in front of a pond, and I've absolutely smashed it, and I went, that was a big splash. Thought it was the ball. Looked up, head of the club, straight in the middle of the pond. The ball, it went about 170 yards. I was well happy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately lost the head. Can't find a replacement. I can find the S2s in a max or a forged. I don't really want that in the middle of the set. So I've gone with the S9, and then I'm going to replace the 5-iron with the S9. So it's like the highest end of the irons are the same, and the lower ends are the same.
What golf course was that at?
Bobby Tracy.
Right, so you go and fish that out one day.
On the 3rd, just after the dog leg left, yeah, there should be a 6-iron in there somewhere.
Little treasure hunt there, Jay.
Yeah.
Obviously, 7, 8, and 9s are the same. My pitching wedge, again, I run them all with the mid-size grips, the Lampkin mid-size. They are getting re-gripped this year, but the chunky grips are so much better than standard size.
You don't grip it as tightly, do you?
No,
you hold it a lot looser.
It's helped me so much because I find that even though this is a standard size grip, I like choke the club.
Yeah.
I want to like make it unconscious. I don't understand it, but with those bigger grips, it's just softer for me, I suppose.
You're finding that you've got that on your 7-iron, aren't you?
I am, yeah, but still not quite used to it yet.
No.
So
It took a while to get used to it. To be fair, I think there's only half my bag's fat shafts, mid-size shafts, grips. The rest are standard because it's that sort of transition period this year where I regrip. Do I regrip in mid-size or standard?
Yeah, yeah.
I have the S2 forged pitching wedge. So again, slightly different. It's still an S2, but it's a bit of a different model.
Okay.
I really like it. You can tell it's forged. It's buttery. I really like hitting it. It's around 120 yards in. That's like my go-to. This is sort of the tail end of the bag, obviously. I've got an old TaylorMade rack sand wedge. It's about 50 degrees.
Got the lighting shining off of there. I think it should be all right.
Well polished, that's what it is. It's one of my granddad's old clubs. It was the only one that he had that wasn't Dunlop. Chucked it in the bag 3 years ago. It's just kind of stayed in there.
What's wrong with Dunlop?
No, there's nothing wrong with a good set of Dunloppers. However, they weren't for me.
Fair enough.
This is it's the only wedge I've got apart from my pitch wedge and sand wedge. It's Callaway Jaws X Series, 54 degree. It's kind of where I need to upgrade my bag. I need to run 3 wedges. right? Because I use this for everything.
Fair.
But I have a massive issue with gapping with yardage sort of at the lower scale. The closer I am to the pin, it's like, oh, get the 54 out. I could play around with this, a driving iron and a putter, and still be like...
Well, you know what would happen? If you went and got 3 clubs to, give you 3 different yardages, you probably still wouldn't play as well as you would with that bat.
That's true. It's sort of become... I put it in the bag as like we'll chuck it in and see what happens. Took my other wedges out, and I was like, oh, this works.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone after the first round I played with it were like, yeah, you need to leave that in. So it stayed in.
Fair one.
And the worst club in the bag, it is new.
Like the head cover.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a bit big though, that's a problem. Because I've got a cheeky little half mallet.
Oh, right, I see.
So obviously finding head covers...
I found finding a head cover for the mallets is quite difficult, yeah.
I've got 2 mallet putters. Obviously this is fresh in the bag. Nice little Cleveland classic.
Yeah, what grip you got on that?
Put a new Super Stroke on there, mid-size.
Sweet.
I extended it an 1 3/4 as well because it was like down here. I like a little Super Stroke. I can't putt with that. I can't putt anyway, right? Putting's the worst putt in my game.
Sounds like you, Jay.
I know.
It's horrendous.
Just can't putt.
My putting, honestly, I could be on par 5, I could be on the green in 2, and I'll double bogey.
We're quadruple putts, mate.
Yeah, it's genuinely horrendous.
Don't worry about it. You're not on your own.
No, I know. It's very true.
What bag are you running there, by the way?
I've just got, it's a little Nike bag. I really like the Nike stuff, and I think...
Shame they stopped doing clubs, really.
It's a shame that they've stopped doing a lot of things in terms of their production's dropped. Obviously, they've got rid of Tiger Woods now. Well, that's separated. I got the offer of picking up a nice little Nike bag off a friend. My old bag, the legs had snapped.
Yeah.
Cheers, wind.
So is this the only bag you got? You just carried it?
I've got this, and then I've got 3 or 4 cart bags. It just depends what mood I'm in.
Fair.
And what size bag I want to carry, really. This one here, I like carrying, chuck it over your shoulder and walk around with it. Happy days, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's doing me all right. I've tried to keep the whole bag under a certain budget because I feel like we can all go out and buy the newest clubs. I've got mates who are like 38 handicappers and they're spending 1,200 quid on irons. It doesn't help. I've managed to drop from like a 30 handicap to an 18 in quite a short space of time. The bag's cost me less than 200 quid.
That's not bad going.
You know, it's sort of, I've tried to do it in a way that I could spend more, don't get me wrong, but can I do it on a budget to a point that helps me? I'm not a professional. No. I'm not out playing every week. You know, family, kids, missus, I try and keep everyone happy. So if I can chuck a bag together for 2, maybe 250 at a push and go out and have fun and shoot 20, 30 over, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's it. It's about having fun at the end of the day, isn't it?
Haven't become a member anywhere this year.
Well, mate, this is the place.
This is why
this
we're
year,
here.
Fingle, Glen, mate. They've really upped their game this year. I mean,
yeah, I've heard some really good stuff. Obviously, watched most of your guys' videos over the last sort of 6, 7 months, all the time you've been here.
The weather's not helping. It's not helping any golf course at the moment.
Weather's not great.
No.
It's frustrating. I think it's frustrating for everyone. I've had it a few times in the last few months where you go out, you hit a really nice shot, and you walk up, you can't find your ball because it's 2 inches underground.
I know.
And you sort of stood there going,
it's plugged and
it's
gone.
Here. Like, I know it's in this area, and that's it, waste of time. And I think a lot of my rounds recently have gone to crap because of the weather. Yeah, which is just the way it is, I suppose, isn't it?
That's it, mate. That's it.
Sunny
we've all made a mistake as well of having that decent club in the bag that always treats you well, and then you think, oh, go and buy the shiny one. You buy the shiny one, then you can't hit it.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So sometimes it's best just running what you got.
Just use what works. Yeah, I mean, even like this 3-wood, obviously, like I said, it's been out the bag for a long time. I gave it to my cousin for a while.
Yeah.
I know off the floor I can hit it like 220 yards. I've got no other club in the bag that I can hit off the deck that far.
Yeah.
It worked for me for 12 months, so why not put it back in? Why not try it again?
Exactly.
If it doesn't work, I'll just buy a new 3-wood. and try not to snap that one.
Is that everything in your bag?
I think that's
We've
it.
covered it all. Well,
That's
I
it.
don't want to hold you up from your tea time. I think it must be getting close now, Jay.
Yeah, it's coming up now, 20:40.
Right. We'll let you go. You've got 5 minutes to get on the tee.
Thank you, chaps.
Thanks for that, Adam.
No worries.
We'll
Anytime.
get some on course with you and some friends that you know.
Sounds
whenever
good.
this year, we'll do some filming.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Take care, mate. Thanks for
chaps.
that. We'll see you in a bit.
See you later on.